Who's in for a delicious summer treat with rucola and feta and some walnuts? Well, I know I am. I came across these Arugula Crostinis at the weirdest place. I was actually at a computer convention in Hanover back in the 90s, and it was called the CeBIT. Maybe you've heard of it. It was a really big convention back in the days, at least. And so I got into the VIP lounge, and a very famous restaurant was catering there, and they served these crostinis, and I was blown away. And I thought, well, I'll have to do that at home, and I'm doing that ever since. So what you need for this is you need a bread like a ciabatta. You can also use a baguette or something the like. Or if you don't have any like that, I think a toast will do too. Then you need some feta cheese. In Germany, I had to crumble it myself. Here I can buy it crumbled. So one package has 113 grams. I have one that is already opened, so I have 2 packages here. It depends on how many you want to make, and my family, we're just 4, so I will not use the whole bread. I have to use a little less. Then also you need some rucola. I have 40 grams of rucola here. We'll see if I need it all. Then also some walnuts. If you don't have walnuts, use pecans, might work too. And you need some oil, and if you can get your hands on it, use some really good walnut oil. In Germany we had something that was called heavy walnut oil. That was just perfect for it. This is what I found here, and it's very nice too. But if you don't have a walnut oil, so don't bother. You can just use a good olive oil and it will be just as good. Now to start, I will put the bread aside for a moment, and I will start with cutting the rucola. And I'm not cutting it too short, but just so that I can bite it and don't have any leaves hanging out of my mouth. So that kind of size is what you want to achieve. And oh, by the way, I got really famous with this recipe, although I didn't invent it, but I was publishing it in a recipe website in Germany years ago, and it was very successful. So this recipe website also has a kind of journal that they send out if you subscribe, and they actually featured my recipe and me as a person there, so it was very nice. So I also cut my walnuts here a little smaller. And there's not really, since I don't have a recipe, I'm, doing it out of my sleeve, I think it said here. And I just see for myself how much I need. I think that looks like enough. All right, then I take a bowl and I add the feta. In Germany we have different feta cheese. We have some softer ones, some drier ones. This is quite dry what I get here in the US. In Germany I prefer the softer one. It's a little more moist. But for this recipe actually I believe that the drier one is even the better choice. Need a little more than that. Okay. And now I'm adding the nuts. And some rucola. I always try to make it like half rucola, half feta from the amount, not from the weight. And I'm now also adding some of this walnut oil. Okay. Now I mix this. Okay, looks good to me. And now I set this aside. Now next I will cut the bread, and I'm cutting slices not too thick, like thumb wide, I would say. Okay. And I'm putting them here on my oven rack, and you can either bake these at 480 degrees Fahrenheit or 250 degrees Celsius, or like I'm doing it, you can just put it under the broiler and broil it for a couple of minutes. So this only took like 4, maybe 5 minutes. I had the broil on low, and you can see it's nice and crisp bread. And now I will just put this on top. And you can, if you're worried that this is too dry, you know, you can drizzle a little bit of oil onto these breads, but it's not necessary. So it's just, if you want this, you can do it. So here is now what comes on top. And that's why these breads should not be too large, like a baguette or ciabatta is perfect. As I said, also a toast will work. Oops, okay. I need 2 hands for this. Okay, now you can decorate it with a little bit of walnut if you want. Yeah, and that's basically it. It's very easy, it's very fast. It's a delicious summer snack. It goes very well with a glass of red wine. I hope you try this. It's summertime and you should not spend too much time in the kitchen and enjoy a little bit of the summer. So this is a great snack. It's filling and people love it. So I hope you try it. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe and stay tuned. The next video will be coming up very soon.